Welcome back. Today, we're going to talk about something huge. We're moving beyond just using AI to actually controlling it. I'm about to show you a framework that will completely change how you work with generative AI, turning you from a casual user into a genuine power player. So let me just ask you this straight up. Are you still chatting with your AI, typing out these long, polite paragraphs, asking it for help? Well, if you are, I've got some news for you. That whole approach is basically a dinosaur. There is a much, much better way. So here's what we're going to cover. First, we'll look at the AI chat trap and why it's holding you back. Then I'll give you the exact system the pros use, the direct framework. We'll break down the first half, DIR, then the second, ECT. And we'll finish with the ultimate move, command stacking. Finally, we'll talk about your very next command. Okay, let's dive in. We are officially leaving the chat phase of AI. It's over. We're now in the orchestration phase. See, the most effective people aren't having a conversation anymore. They're issuing precise, direct commands to get exactly what they need on the very first try. And this right here shows you everything. On the left, that's the chatty prompt. It's nice, it's polite, and it's totally vague. It leaves way too much up to the AI's imagination. But on the right, that's a direct command. It's sharp, it's surgical, and there's zero ambiguity. This is the huge shift from asking to directing. And look, don't for a second think this is just some niche little trick. Gartner is telling us that in just a couple of years, this won't be optional. It's going to be a foundational, must-have skill for 80% of us. Yeah, you heard that right. The clock is seriously ticking. And McKinsey just doubles down on that, tying it to trillions, with a T, trillions of dollars in value. The key to unlocking all that productivity isn't just having AI. It's orchestrating it. It's the difference between being a member of the orchestra and being the conductor. So, how do you make that jump? How do you become the conductor? Well, you need a system, a playbook that gives you repeatable, predictable, and incredibly powerful results every single time. And that system, my friends, is the direct framework. All right, so let's get into the nuts and bolts. We're going to start with the first 3 levers you can pull to control what the AI gives you. D for depth, I for identity, and R for rules. First up, D is for depth. And this one is so important because, let's be honest, we've all been there. You get a response that's a novel when you needed a sentence, or a sentence when you needed a deep analysis. Depth commands put you in control of the length right from the start. You've got commands like /TLDR for a quick summary, /deep dive for all the details, /step-by-step for instructions, and /limit for a specific word count. Just think about it. You have a 50-page report that just landed on your desk. Instead of reading it, you just command, get me a 150-word summary. Boom, done. Okay, next up is I for identity. Here's the secret. The only reason AI sounds like a generic robot is because you haven't given it a job. Identity commands are how you assign it a specific role, a tone, and even a level of expertise. You can use commands like /role, /formal, /layman for keeping it simple, or even /Socratic to make it challenge you with questions. Let's say you have to explain a really technical concept to a client who's not tech-savvy. A command like /role teacher /layman completely transforms the AI's output from jargon into simple, clear analogies. It's a game changer. And the third lever in this first half is R for rules. Now, listen up, because this one is absolutely critical, especially in a business context. Rules are how you set strict boundaries to prevent the AI from just making stuff up, what we call hallucinations. So with commands like /reset to clear its memory or /context to feed it specific data, you gain total control. For instance, if you're analyzing sensitive financial data, you can command the AI to only use the numbers you provide. That completely eliminates the risk of it pulling in some random incorrect data from the internet. All right, you've got the first half down. Now let's complete your toolkit with the second part of the direct framework. E for exclusions, C for cognition, and T for template. E stands for exclusions, and this is a really cool one. It's a bit counterintuitive, but sometimes the best way to get a truly creative, original result is to tell the AI what not to do. It's all about using negative constraints. You can use commands like no fluff, no jargon, or you can exclude specific words. Come on, you know what I'm talking about. You want to write a marketing pitch that doesn't sound like every other pitch out there. Tell it to exclude words like synergy, leverage, and paradigm shift. You force it to be more original. Next up, C is for cognition. This is where you really elevate the AI from being a glorified search engine to a true analytical partner. Cognition commands force the AI to think using specific mental models and frameworks. Think about commands like /critique, /steelman, or /brainstorm. They push it to a much deeper level of analysis. And here's a killer application. Before a huge investor meeting, feed the AI your business plan with the command /role/ruthlessvc/critique. It will literally attack your plan and find every single weakness, so you can build your defenses before you ever walk into that room. And finally, we have T for template. Honestly, this one is just a massive time saver. You have to stop copying and pasting messy, unstructured text from your AI. With template commands, you tell it the exact format you want, and that's what you get. Using commands like /table or /format with something like Markdown, you get perfectly structured data back. So imagine you've got a long, rambling meeting transcript. A simple command can pull out all the action items and organize them into a perfect table ready to be pasted right into your project management software. No more reformatting. Ever. Okay, so we've covered all the individual pieces. But the real magic, the technique that truly separates the casual users from the absolute pros, is command stacking. This is where you combine these simple commands to create an exponentially powerful instruction. So let's see how this works. It's like building a recipe. You start by giving the AI a role, like /role CEO. Then you control the depth, /TLDR. You dictate the format you want, /table. And you add a constraint, /no fluff. See? By stacking these 4 simple commands, your prompt becomes a precise formula that generates a perfect executive brief in a single shot. So the takeaway here is really, really clear. It's time to stop treating AI like a chatbot you're having a conversation with and start treating it like the high-performance engine it actually is. And now you have the framework to do exactly that. Now look, I get it. Implementing a new system like this takes time and effort, especially for busy professionals and their teams. So if you're short on time and you need to get this rolled out quickly and correctly, there's help. You can send a direct message to Rushtree AI or just text Direct AI to the number you see on your screen, 917-746-2202. So now you've got the playbook. The only question left is, what's the very first command stack you are going to build? What problem in your own work are you going to solve with it? The power is officially in your hands.